This is my red pocket Pennybridge, and I will show you compared to my navy. The navy, you can see they're the same size and same layouts, but one's leather, one is not. This is the texture of the Pennybridge versus the texture of the Malden. Okay. And I use Planner Society to get some goodies every month, and for the month of March we got kind of this Scandinavian kind of kitchen-y set that just goes perfect with this red. So, and you can see that it has the same pockets, 2 there, 3 in here, the zip, and then 3 here. The only difference is this one is a full-length pocket, and in the back here we have a secretary style pocket. Okay, and then it still has this pocket on the outside. All right, so my first section, there's a few differences since I posted my last video. And I keep a few post-its, some shortcuts for using my Mac because it's still new to me, some printing directions, and just I need to add some more note pages, but that's it. And then I have my calendar. I use some of the die cuts from the Planner Society to decorate the front page of the calendar, and a whole bunch of washi. January, February, March with the Easter set, and a little bit of the St. Patrick's Day stuff. April, and this is my page marker. I make them with stickers, and I put the stickers in between the laminated sleeves, and then I stick them in there. Because I use 3mm laminating sleeves, I stick it in there and then I put it in another sleeve, so it has 2 3mm layers to it when I make this. That way it's not as flimsy. It's good. You hear the pop sound. It's good for page markers. And then May and the rest of my months. So I have a full year in here. Okay, and then my weeklies. I started hand drawing them. When I first did it, I would just print all the grids on A4 size Tommy River paper, and I would hand draw my layout. I would stamp my days. I used the Design Your Mark custom stamps because I couldn't find any small enough for my pocket. And then these are from Tiny Stamps Big Plans, as well as the water hydration flower is Tiny Stamps Big Plans. This is pink, some pink box or something, and then some sassy stamps that I got from Mrs. Kim the next week. And I had these made with Design Your Mark. It's a little silhouette of a girl running with a stroller, and then the solo runner, because the times are very different, so I wanted to indicate that when I was recording my runs. Just a few things. I enjoyed the Valentine's set. I changed it. See, I started printing them and dating them, and I printed pretty randomly. I was pretty conscious of how I was printing, so that some are a week on 2 pages, and then some are a week on 1 page with notes, and week on 1 page, and then I add notes. So I was just trying to settle on a layout, and some weeks are busier than others, so it made it easier. I don't use the notes section as much as I would like to. And then the week on 2 pages allows for different decorating deals. This is a Today marker that I got from a swap. Okay, and I usually put it on the week before just because it blocks out everything, but it just helps me get to the current week. This is the current week. And then next week, this is what it looks like before I decorate it. Okay, and then I have up through, I did have a year in here, but it was just because I added so much, I took out the rest of it. So it's up through June. I leave for the summer, so I don't need to keep all of it in there since I really don't keep up with it in the summer. Some more notes, like this is like a spending tab. I use the die cuts. Let me see if I have some of those that I cut this with. Alright, so when I cut my dividers, I have these X-Acto things, and they have the nice little edge on there. So this one I use the scallop. And it didn't line up, so I strategically placed the die cuts so that you can see there's an awkward one, but the die cut covers it. You see my others. I forgot to show these. I love the little sayings that she has on her die cuts. Okay, did this. We are on this section, my spending section. Okay. We're looking for a camper for our family. Meal planning. It helps me to have the list of things that my family regularly eats because they're all, I have kids aging 4 to 10 years old, and so they're kind of picky eaters. So it's easier for me to refer to things that they like and then make our meal planning list from there. I keep it together so that I can flip back and forth between my meal planning to my grocery list with this magnet. And I use, and I made the magnet with a laminator and some stickers. These are the magnets I use. They're by Basic Gray, like so. They're super strong and super thin. I can't lift it off like this because I will bend it, so I kind of have to use my thumbkin and slide it in order to get it apart because it is super strong. You'll hear it snap when I, so it holds a lot. That's a couple dividers in there. See, it just snapped right off. It's really powerful. So I can only use one in the planner, otherwise it will either stick everything together or it will detract the other ones. Let me see if I have another one I can show you. It's not, or it will detract it and then the pages will kind of float over it. I'll show you here. Slide it. So if I put that there, and even if I put this one way up here, make sure this is the detraction. There we go. It will avoid. It will float. I don't know if you could tell, but it's floating. So I can only use one in my planner at a time. Otherwise, if I were to put it the other way, it would pick it all up. See, it's got both sections. So, and the other one I made with a typewriter sticker. So I laminated the two stickers opposite each other. I think I only used one layer on this so that I can fold it, and then I used the my tripod is metal, so it bounced over there. So I only used the sticky that was part of the sticky back on my magnets because they are self-adhesive, super slim, and seriously strong, and they're not kidding about that. And so it's just a typewriter. And then the girls, Planner Society Girls by Christy Tomlinson. So cute. And they're just opposite. And it's okay if they don't line up exactly because there's paper between. You just slide it to take it apart. Go back to my meal planning. Put it right back there. Snap. Okay. my grocery list, I separate it by department. I used Target One Spot note paper. First, on the printer that I had before, I had to print it and then cut it. But now my printer will accept the smaller sheets, so I can cut it and then print it, if that makes sense. That way everything stays lined up a little better. And I use a laser printer as opposed to the inkjet. This is my spending. I have this WD for withdrawn. I keep it small because, let's be honest, once I know what it says, then I don't need to see it directly every time I use it, because it's just something that I'm going to be using all the time. So it's not coming in very clear. It's not focusing. All right, but it's withdrawn, because some things, when I use PayPal or Amazon or Target, they don't withdraw directly from my bank account. So in order for me to keep track of my records a little better, it's handy to have this, also to know what still needs to be shipped. Like some of these things are coming from overseas, so I have not received them yet. These are Amazon's, and they're usually shipped about the same day that I order it, so I don't keep up with those ship dates. And then I covered up my personal info. And again, these were note pages that I got in a swap. I have a few more, but I did have to trim them down because they're a little bit tall, but they are narrow. So, and there's a whole bunch of these sheets that she sent me. She was so generous. And then I can print directly on these with my laser printer, because it accepts the narrower paper than my inkjets will. And I have 2 inkjets and a laser printer. Put that back in a bit. Okay, and I just made a couple of these on there. This is where I keep track of my Etsy's, my views, my favorites. Let me see if I can get you here. Again, it's not focusing. It's really tiny, but as I said, I know what it says. The first letter kind of indicates too. So I have views, I have the amount of favorites, I have the number of orders, and then I have the revenue. And then what I forgot to add, and I probably will if I print these again, is the overall month. These are for the weeks, Monday through Friday through Sunday. So these are the stats for the weeks. And I did the whole year. Again, I have another page marker with a sticker here. I'll put it down so you can see. And then this one, make sure I don't flip to ones that I've already filled out. And this is how I keep track of my orders, because I just do inserts. They're all very similar, so I use check boxes, or some of the boxes are bigger in case somebody orders like multiples of monthlies for their different planners. So I can put the date that it was ordered, the name of the person, the size, and I have space for other, and I can write afterwards. I don't need a blank line. Another section for other, and then I have my ship by date, so the day that my deadline, and what type of finish I need to do, and the date that I shipped it. And then there's enough room for me to put other notes if necessary. And I have quite a few of those pages in here. I'm pretty ambitious, apparently. And then my last divider that I use as a page lifter, so that nothing gets caught underneath here and bends up my papers. This planner sees a lot of traffic. These pages are not brand new. For example, my monthlies, I printed them a few months ago, and they're still holding strong. And this is the Tome River paper, so it's super thin, but it is mighty. But it's full. And then this is just some regular note paper here. And then compared to the Tome River paper, you can see her paper is a little bit narrower, the note pages that she sent, but they were too cute not to use. And we went over the dividers. And And thank you very much for watching my little video. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little peek at my Pennybridge versus what I was using in my navy Malden sip, and I still use it. I just moved it over. It's like changing out a purse. I changed out my planner because it was just felt red for this month's Planner Society. And that is that. Thank you very much.